Hey guys, Brian the Shaving Geek here with another episode of my shave of the day, and today rocking the Santa hat at work. Last day before I take a few days off between Christmas and New Year's. But anyhow, Merry Christmas to you if I don't get a chance to do a video between now and then. Hoping you have a wonderful Christmas and a very happy New Year. Now today's shave features some of the same products from yesterday, a newcomer to the den, and some things that I absolutely love, so let's get down to it. For my brush today, I was feeling a little bit bad for the brushes in the back there that haven't been getting a lot of play, so I got out my Stirling Kong brush. Now you know I love this sucker. It's a beast of a knot. And it just feels great on the face, loads the soap and the lathers very easily, and just really love this brush, and I'm very glad to have it in my den. For my razor today, back to the DE89, which you know I love. It's in my top 5 probably razors that I have in my den. Currently I have it loaded with the Platinum, a Rapira Platinum that I received from Jerry Lampy Force RS, and just really enjoying that. So 2 shaves on that blade, and very comfortable, very smooth, no tugging whatsoever. So we'll see how far we can push it, and very happy with it. For the newcomer to the den today, Propaganda from Dr. John's, and this stuff is great. Whew. Now, I've been wanting to try this for a long time. Part of it just because I think the labels, Dr. John's probably has the coolest labels in my opinion right now of anybody putting out shaving soaps. Just really love the look and feel of Dr. John's labels. We'll talk a little bit more about packaging in a second, but as far as the scent goes on this, I knew there was some sandalwood in it, and knew there was some vanilla in it. Didn't expect it. Well, let me put it this way. The scent is not at all what I expected. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Very great scent, and I really enjoyed it. But this has, I pick up a lot of vanilla. And so this really reminds me a little bit more, that's really good. But it reminds me of warm baking cookies. And not necessarily that I'm going to go march and start a revolution, unless that revolution is to revolutionize cookie baking across the world. So it's just funny, and you know, a scent is a scent, but I just didn't, I expected this, I don't know, to be a little bit more earthy, and I think a little more sandalwood and a little less vanilla, and I'm getting a lot more vanilla and a lot less sandalwood. And that's, again, not a bad scent. Love the scent. It's excellent. Really enjoyed it. It's just you kind of have in your head what you expect a scent to smell like, and then it doesn't. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. In this case, it's a great scent, just not what I had in my mind. In fact, the Defiance is a little bit more, and this has sandalwood in it as well. Whew, great stuff. This is a little bit more what I expected Propaganda to smell like. And that was just what was in my head. But great scent, glad to have it, really enjoyed it. And I did a live video in the shave market yesterday just talking about some of these, about Defiance and Propaganda. And I said that this really reminds me of warm baking cookies. And there's notes of it that really are reminiscent to me of Stirling Barbershop. And so that's what I paired it with today. Stirling Barbershop, well, it's obviously a barbershop scent, to me is not really, it doesn't evoke the you know, the sights and smells of a barbershop like some other barbershop scents do. That's not a bad thing. It's just that for me, this, and it's great, and I love it, but there's just, I get this warm baking cookie kind of thing, and I don't know if there's vanilla in it or what the notes are that they're playing with, but it's good stuff, and I felt like it paired well with Propaganda today. Now, back to this real quick, because you know I'm somebody who, I'm a sucker for packaging, and as I just said, I find Dr. John's labels to be some of the best, if not the best, currently in traditional wet shaving. In fact, I really can't think of anybody else whose labels I like as well as Dr. John's. I think PAA does some really cool things with the labels, but what I think sets Dr. John's apart is when I go like this on a PAA label, and I think it's just how they print them. They may print them in-house, I don't know, but I can start scratching off, as I've demonstrated before, the label. This from Dr. John seems like it's a little bit more robust, and so I really like that. Now, one of the things I don't like, though, is I don't like that it comes in a tin. I just don't care for tins. I'd rather see this in plastic. I would rather see the label on the side. And those are, granted, ticky-tacky kind of things. What matters is the soap. And this is, I think, what they're calling Volume 2. So it's kind of the second iteration or major iteration of soap bases that Dr. John has put out. I cannot wait to do a comparison between this and the original. This felt so nice on the face, and it was just so luxurious and so creamy and so thick, and it lathered so easily. I just absolutely loved every moment of this shave. And that's what matters. I mean, yeah, I get caught up on packaging, and I think it's important. I think it's, you know, a component of it. But if the package looks great and the soap sucks, what's the point? And so this here, the soap is not sucky. The soap is awesome. And really, really enjoyed it. It just amazes me, and I've said this before, but it amazes me how these artisans keep upping their game. And Dr. John has certainly done that with Volume 2. I would just like to see him up his game just a tad bit by going to a plastic container with a label on the side. My personal opinion. You may like the tins, but that's just my opinion. But is it going to keep me from buying Dr. John's? Heck no. It's awesome stuff. And if you haven't tried Dr. John's out, try it out. In fact, so far, out of everything that I've tried at Dr. John's, and I've tried a great number of his scents, the only two that I haven't really cared for has been the black and gold labels, and that's just because I'm generally not a tobacco kind of guy. In fact, the first tobacco scent that I've ever really enjoyed and I've totally fallen in love with, and I actually have some now on the way, and that is Santa Maria del Fiore Firenze, which has not made its way back to Jeremy yet, but it soon shall. Probably tomorrow night I'll give it back to him. But other than that, tobacco scents usually aren't for me. And so out of Dr. John's lineup so far, the only two that I haven't really cared for has been that black and gold label, the tobacco scents. Other than that, Dr. John stuff, awesome. By far and away my favorite. Bay Rum and Bonnie, whew, awesome stuff. Hydra, phenomenal citrus scent, one of my favorites. What else do I have of his? Hex, Big Green Monster, very interesting scents. I love them. Some people don't. I love them. So can't wait to try the base against base to see which one I like the best. But boy, did that stuff feel great on the face today. So this is Brian, the Shaving Geek, reporting live from my shave den, wishing you a lifetime of happy shaves. Have a great day, everybody.